weather affect the lighting here because the colors are more muted than usual.
Oh. Let's go play with some untrained dudes in the park.
Oh, man.
This week's videos are sponsored by Prize Picks, the easy-to-use fantasy sports betting app. More on them in just a bit. What is happening there, fellow reject? Hope you are having a good day. We are going to watch Heartstopper episode 3 and 4 today. Very excited. Feel a lot better than when I watched it last time, so, wasn't recovering from bad food and drinking. How are you doing, John?
Good. I'm good. I just got off of, the kind of customer service call you would see in a comedy sketch or in some kind of ironic movie. And I got to the point during the call where I just started to laugh, and I had to say to the one person, you know what, I appreciate your time, but this is going nowhere, and it's low-key becoming torture.
Oh.
We got to stop. And that put me in a weirdly, fun mood. This horrible, stupid call put me in a very fun mood. How are you doing?
I'm feeling good. I learned that if you have too much fruit, it can cause bloating because of the fermentation process. But bloating is actually also normal. And I scrutinize bloating.
You do note it a lot.
I note it all the time. It's an insecurity. You're on camera. Your belly's there.
Yeah.
Look at it. The little pooch part right here with the bloat. Then you gotta stretch it out. Anyone with a little belly knows the feeling. You stretch it out so it doesn't roll right here. Anyway, let's go watch Heartstopper.
I guess it kind of partly can be. Depends on whose show it is, but this show. Oh! I've seen that Superman image.
Years now, waiting for some kind of inspiration to make me feel like I'm my own person.
Is this how people discover they're gay?
Yeah, on Google.
I should Google it.
Am I gay? The struggle. Read up on Stonewall.
Been talking about the same problems for years
Conversion
now.
therapy.
The ultimate gay quiz. BuzzFeed.
And I tried too hard, guess I gotta
I
keep
used to,
touch.
when I was younger, rely way too much on quizzes for things.
Yeah. It's the ultimate key to your personality.
Really
Which Friends
thought so.
character are you?
He's 62% homosexual.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, this is more his episode this time.
I've done that kind of research. First, you're just like, oh, let me learn about this little piece of life. Suddenly you're crying.
How's it?
Oh, I love that pull-out shot. His own world into the reality.
It's to talk about a party, man. Party? My 16th birthday party.
Pleased for you.
You're gonna be there.
I'm pleased for you because you're going to be there.
You better bring some cool people with you as well.
You gonna invite me?
Only if you're
Okay.
cool enough, apparently.
Aww.
Do you not think I'm cool, Nick Nelson?
Eyes are piercing.
Fine.
I think you're cool.
I guess I can invite you, Imogen.
Dude.
Yeah,
Imogene Heap.
yeah, definitely.
She made all that push, and then the second she gets it, she's all uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm worried for her, but it's going to be okay.
Everybody knows she fancies him.
Hey, what?
Nothing. We're talking about Tara Jones. Apparently she's going to be at Harry's party. What about her?
Harry Party.
Just thought you might be interested, mate.
Didn't you have some childhood romance thing with her?
We don't have a thing. We just kissed at a party one time.
And the Rager of Secrets.
Yeah, that was 3 years ago. Nick's got a thing with Imogen now, anyway.
No, I don't.
Oh, man.
He has two proper fit girls trying to get with him, and he's not even bothered.
You're not into Imogen then. Saturday night's your chance with Tara.
That's how cool. That's why he's so cool.
That's all I'm saying.
Look at him listening with so much intensity.
Well, and to keep him in soft focus but very present in frame is a. Is there a diopter happening in that lens flare? They both looked.
I don't know.
Camera stuff.
I'm not
Camera stuff.
a director.
What kind of light meter did they use to help expose the scene?
Do you want to go to Harry's party?
The one he asked. Oh, that was like a date question.
I don't know. It doesn't really sound like my sort of thing. Please come.
Yeah,
I want
save
you to
me.
be there. Okay.
I am pleased for you.
He's so sweet and sincere,
I know.
so soft.
Honestly, we watch a lot of intense content here, and it's really nice. I was talking to my friend Mallory, who does a romance novel podcast, a smut novel podcast, And she was telling me like the rise in people wanting like comforting material with like stakes, but only so high, has like been really on the rise. And I can see why. Not that this won't have like, you know, dramatic stakes, but yeah, it's like cozy in a way. Even though he's drifting away from his friends right now.
Shot like that makes you feel like you're in the car with them. That's what the cinematographer was going for there.
It's like the cottage-hated rivalry or the backseat.
Call me if you need me, okay?
Call me by your name, Charlie.
Also, I know the heated rivalry came out well after this, but still comment and tell me that that's the case. Oh man, dude. I didn't get to go to very many parties in high school.
I hated going to parties.
I wanted to go to one so bad.
I went to so many, and I was constantly uncomfortable.
It's weird. It seems like it would be. But you still want to get the invite.
Super, super uncomfortable and not my thing. That's why I like The Great Gatsby, so I could just like throw my own party. So the only time I've been to big parties and enjoyed it was when it was my own party. But even then, I'm like, I want most of you people to leave now.
Come here, look at all my stuff, confirm that I have this many friends.
That's why I
Get out.
That's why I haven't had a big party in a while.
Aww. This is like an actual party.
Yeah, they suck.
Oh my God, with the light in the center.
Oh, I love that. Everyone's in like that deep focus where it's clearer people, but the second they come into frame, everyone becomes blurred.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's been too long, my darling.
Hi, Mum, she's here to see me.
I want to hear.
You're a fascinating character, man.
How are you doing, my love? All right?
Him?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's already good.
I'm really looking forward to figuring out what his whole deal is.
I'll put the kettle on. Okay.
He is the
I swear
most.
to God, she loves you more than me.
He is the most comic book character in this whole show.
Ladybird?
No.
Right down to his hair.
He's a
not so sad.
bit of a
I don't wanna
possessive guy.
cry.
What about...
Moonlight.
I thought we were having a film night.
Yeah, a fun one.
I just wanted it to be like old times.
Oh, we should watch Good
Not
Time.
old times anymore.
Good Time is not that good of a time. It's a good movie, but not that good of a time. Oh no! And then there were two.
Just us then?
Just us.
It's a date. Oh.
Why hanging out in here? It's a bit boring, isn't it?
Oh no.
In it.
Charlie's gonna get jumped.
We just are.
I got some important news for you. Tara Jones is here.
Ugh.
This is your big second chance, mate. Let's make it happen. They kissed when they were 13. Proper romantic.
Proper romantic.
Come on, she's just down the corridor.
I haven't talked to her for like years.
So, she's super hot now. Alright, ladies. Hey, Tara, I've got someone who wants to see you. You remember Nick Nelson, right?
Charlie knows.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
They keep trying to hook up all these gay people with each other.
He's gonna become a good friend though. Oh.
Charlie's changing.
What do you mean?
He's gone to one of Rich Boy Harry's parties, for God's sake.
Dude, this is about to be a close encounter.
Last year, he would have rather died than go to one of those.
Well, I don't think he's there to see Harry, to be honest.
Uh-oh.
Nick's stolen him.
I think that's a little bit dramatic.
It doesn't matter why he's there. He should be here with his actual friends.
Well, I think Nick is his friend.
Oh, so you're on his side?
Tao. Stop talking about this.
Fine.
You know what I've never liked doing?
Anyway,
Pizza in
sorry
bed.
about this. I don't know why.
The crumbs.
All my friends want to set
Weirdly, it's not as good as it seems like it would be.
No, I just feel like it's hot
Pizza's great a
crumbs.
lot of places, but
All of this could have been avoided if I just told everyone I was a lesbian.
oh my God. Whew.
I guess that's not something you'd really want to lie about.
It wouldn't be a lie.
Wow, she's just like being upfront.
You actually are.
That's my girlfriend over there.
Aww.
We've mostly been keeping it quiet.
Yeah, so why are you telling me?
Me and Darcy have been talking, and honestly, we feel like we don't need to keep it that quiet anymore.
Being gay's cool, man.
Not necessarily, but we don't wanna make a big
Adjusts
outcry
bow
or
tie.
anything, but maybe just not hide so much.
You hear that, John?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Stop hiding.
I mean,
That's
I've only
right.
ever met one openly gay person before. Do you know Charlie Spring?
Yeah, I know of Charlie Spring. Are you friends?
Yeah, we sit next to each other in form.
And everywhere pretty much now these days.
Yeah, probably is.
It's interesting that the friends of friends are colliding.
What are those? Gotta go.
And God, I'm still learning all their names.
It's Charlie, the other one's Nick.
She's hanging with
Charlie and Nick.
With
That's
Ty?
Nick. The other one's Charlie.
Who's the Asian guy? Ty?
Oh,
Where you going?
none of that matter to me. Only Charlie and Nick.
It's like they're hanging out, and then she came in.
Why do you even hang out with him?
He's my friend.
But why? Do you feel sorry for him because he's gay?
Oh, you better
Oh,
knock his
no.
lights out.
Yeah.
Do you think he has a crush on you? Oh my god, how sad.
Kick him in the pork and beans.
That's homophobic, Harry.
Hey. Calling it straight out. Damn.
I really don't like you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Damn, dude.
Damn, his birthday just got ruined. His birthday wish was for him to hook up with Tara Jones.
Man, nothing could go more wrong. She's a lesbian. He hates me.
But sometimes change is a good thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Harry's party
I feel like these
probably
movie
isn't even that
posters are
bad.
very accurate.
Some of my friends said that they were going.
Friends from Pigs. You made some friends.
Are you jealous?
No, I'm happy for you.
They're at the party.
Are you?
I was really scared no one would like me, so I didn't even try talking to people at first. But then I realised I actually needed to put myself out there or I'd just be alone.
You at least
So I
got to
think
put
I'm
yourself
gonna
in
be okay
discoverable
at
mode.
Hicks. That's a good change, right?
It's a good change.
Aww. I'm shipping them.
Go kiss him, you fool.
Oh no.
Good thing I did not wear this jacket.
Yeah, burn it. Burn your Leon S. Kennedy.
Oh no, don't comfort with him.
Imprisoned.
Don't comfort up with him.
So bold, like just to straight up call it out, just be like, yeah, man, that's homophobic, and I don't like you. Like, it's a very striking moment. It's beautiful.
Charlie.
His house has a public restroom?
Yeah, apparently.
I'm sorry about what happened. Okay, have you finished talking about it?
Leave me alone.
Sulking about it. Ooh.
I miss you guys, though.
Yeah, we miss you a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy.
I kept accidentally buying your apple juice at lunch at the start of term.
Accidentally.
Oh, so dumb.
I know.
Towel, there you go.
Can we promise that, like, no matter what happens, we'll always prioritize our friendship?
Sounds a bit dramatic.
No, I'm serious. Like,
You really need your friends, huh?
no matter what changes, we always put our friendship first.
Damn.
We'll still go bowling and watch creepy documentaries, and we'll always stay up to watch the Oscars.
Huh?
We'll always be able to talk about deep stuff like this.
Why are you so hurt?
Promise.
Interesting.
Seems really sad.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot going on in his backstory.
Nicholas! Come dance with me.
Oh, the one he invited.
I don't care.
Ugh.
Sorry, I have to go. I was just looking for someone.
No, stay with me.
Oh.
Do you like me?
What?
I really like you, Nick.
I like you. Do you like me?
You don't have to reply right now. I just wanted you to know.
Oh.
Okay,
I like you.
I'm gonna go find my friend.
I can't tell if I find her sweet or uncomfortably aggressive with her feelings.
I like that they don't keep like, oh, as the music swells, little embellishments with the light and the like pastel. Aww. Rainbow flag. Oh.
You left? Sorry, I felt like I was in the way.
He's got like the best smile in the world.
He does.
Intimidating.
He just seems so happy. Like whenever he shows up, he's just like so
I
happy.
don't know if I want to hang out with those guys anymore. I'd rather hang out with you anyway.
Oh.
So I just ran into Ben. Ben? Yeah, I dealt with it. He tried to
Bloody murder him!
apologize for what happened, but I pushed him into a wall and told him to go away.
I think he got the message this time.
I'm so proud.
Shut up.
Hey, oh wow. Look at that handhold.
It's kind of noisy in here, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Should we go somewhere quieter again? Okay.
Uff that noise. Wow.
Fastest one to take their pants off.
Oh my God. How many stories is this?
What is
This is
like a building. Yeah, what is this building?
compound? This estate hotel.
Whoa! How did Harry hire this entire place?
Oh, he's like extremely rich.
He should have gone on my super sweet 16.
So he could cry when his parents got him the wrong colour Lamborghini.
Exactly.
Hey, that stuff's important, all right?
So, is Harry being serious? Do you like Tara?
It's his eyes.
What? No.
Did I say all this shit about him on Agatha? He's so good.
Yeah.
I remember liking him a lot, but it's been a while.
So you don't have a crush on Nora at the moment?
Like, his emotions are just so everywhere at every moment.
Yeah.
he's such a good performer.
What's she like then?
You're just gonna assume they're a she.
Uh-oh.
Are they not a girl?
What are my other options?
Would you go out with someone who wasn't a girl?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh. That's the first step towards yes, if you started it.
Footsy wootsy.
Ooh.
I did this with all the hosts.
Shallow focus.
Does Aaron want to hold hands?
Did you kiss someone who wasn't a girl?
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love how the camera's getting closer and closer on them. The more real these questions get.
Nice.
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 Dynamite.
He's got that little swoop over his eye. That last bit of doubt.
Would you kiss me?
Would you kiss me?
So forward.
Oh.
Kidding, I know there's sparks.
Wow.
This would be his first kiss, right? With a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah! It was happening so fast. I thought this would be like a season arc thing.
Oh.
Aw, not interrupted.
I was going to say.
I like that. Just the one little one floating around.
Yeah, they're really... They're like comic embellishments are really nice. It's like, what if Scott Pilgrim but minimalist instead of maximalist?
Finger intertwined.
Oh.
Oh, hand on the neck. That's passion. More flowers.
Yeah. Oh. Golly. Huh?
This is so into
You okay?
How you doing over there, bud?
Nick, you up here?
Oh, no. Knock his lights out.
Why are you hiding?
Go. Climb into a wardrobe. Find Narnia.
It's all just banter, isn't it? I mean, the lads can see it's banter. You can see it's banter. There's no need to start anything just because you're in a bad mood at my birthday.
Yeah.
This guy is like...
This guy is a... Yeah,
no English spoken.
this guy's a cartoon kid.
So we're good?
No.
No.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have
Just gonna
entered
go
this
find
John
Narnia.
Wick lighting room if things were good.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to respect him. He's the top rugby player.
It's just banter.
Charlie?
Oh, no.
Hey. Hey, you okay?
Oh.
Aw.
Buddy.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, I got you.
Oh.
I got you. Everything's gonna be okay.
The light is out. I think it's just because of that establishing shot, but I would love to see Charlie as a Doctor Who companion.
I think he'd be a good doctor.
Dude, actually. That'd be pretty sick.
Can you see it, right?
Watch, yeah,
Think
get
like
him
a couple more years.
and like, yeah, get to see his quirkiness chops.
It'd be a chance to be an adult.
And then Nick can play James Bond.
Charlie, can you get the door, please? Look at the postman.
Am I missing something?
No, we definitely just jumped.
I feel like there's something that is very basic I should understand. Yeah.
Oh.
Damn, it's over. It flew by. Shit.
Wild.
That was so quick.
Yeah, man.
I'll read the graphic novel before the weekend's done.
Yes.
Then I'll come
Spoil
back
the
and I'll be
ending.
like, I know everything, and I'm going to make predictions now.
That's significant, and that's significant.
Reject Nation, thanks so much for tuning into this video because today's episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. I first learned about Prize Picks through the missus because she's super into fantasy sports. And honestly, kind of makes sense for sponsoring Real Rejects because what we do here has always been about experiences. Not just watching something, but feeling it, being locked in, being present. And just to be clear, this isn't about pressure or chasing wins. It's about choice, engagement, and adding a little extra fun to something you were already watching. I get it. Trying something new can be intimidating, whether that's starting a new routine or jumping into sports for the first time. But in life and on Prize Picks, it always feels good to be right. Prize Picks strips fantasy sports down to its simplest form. Trust your instincts. No drafts, no season-long commitments. No. You just pick more or less on player projections, and suddenly every game hits a little harder. Right now with high-pressure NFL playoff games every weekend and elite NBA action almost every night, pantomiming, the action never stops. And Prize Picks lets you take control or just enjoy the games differently. They've added early payouts, so if your player gets hot, you can cash out before the game even ends. You can choose flex play for flexibility or power play for bigger payouts. And even if your fantasy league is already over, Prize Picks lets you keep playing, even through the playoffs. Right now, they're available in all 50 states with fast, secure withdrawals and easy deposits. You can download the Prize Picks app today and use code REJECTS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code REJECTS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Good to be right.
I'm sorry for not texting. I just wanted to talk in person.
Oh,
Okay.
Secret.
oh,
Just come in, you got your soaked.
he's not ready to be out. Of course not.
Did you forget a coat? Oh, yeah, I didn't check the weather before I left. Idiot.
Every time I read stories that are like England or anywhere in the UK, it's like when it rains,
About last night.
fucking rains.
And I guess it could happen at any moment.
I didn't know you were coming around.
Must be that way out there, though. That's what I hear all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he's just picking up a jumper we left here last week.
Right. Well, don't forget we're going to Grandma's this morning, Charlie. You could have at least changed out of your pajamas.
Uh-oh. Jeez, Charlie.
Let's go to my room.
I like how they're letting the weather affect the lighting here because the colors are more muted than usual.
Yeah.
So, I'm so sorry. I didn't think properly about what I was doing, and it was a stupid thing to do, and
Yeah.
I don't want you to feel awkward about it because it was all my fault. Charlie, hang on. I shouldn't have kissed you.
Oh.
But you just felt pressured to do it because I asked, and
Aw,
I know you probably don't want to
dude,
talk to me ever again, but
no.
at least had to say sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's-
come
chance we can
on,
still be friends.
man.
Charlie. I don't want to lose you because
Aw.
I did something stupid. Charlie.
Ah.
I understand. I feel stupid for not. Oh, you doing the tippy toe?
Oh, what is that? What? There's a movie or a show where that's a thing they point out.
I'm so sorry.
You guys just keep apologizing for giving into your
I'm
feelings.
just so sorry I ran away last night. I was just freaking out because I was confused and surprised and, like, honestly,
Aw.
I'm having a proper full-on gay crisis.
Gay panic.
That I didn't want to, you know.
I don't know how many gay guys have said that.
It's you. I was just so confused.
Yeah, a piece of your.
I just think I need some time to figure this out.
I need to seek a gay crisis relief center.
Aw.
At school, is it okay if we, like...
Pretend we don't know each other at all.
Yes. Can we pretend to be enemies?
I just don't really know if I can, you know, come out as anything.
Yeah, it's fine.
You can rebrand in college.
And I love the how like
Bye.
lush the color palette is. Like it's beyond just the lighting choices. They incorporated the entire set design, the art design of the production.
Hi, did I forget something?
Me, I want to live in your pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing beats young love. No.
Bye.
That's why I'm my ex-girlfriend.
Yes.
18 years old.
It'll never get any better than this for either of us.
Something's different. Have you changed your hair?
What? No.
You have.
What? No.
And I could definitely read that you are totally into me.
It's different now. You're messing with it.
Don't worry, I'm a highly qualified hairstylist.
Qualified from where?
The University of Hairstylists.
Wow. Yeah, seems legit.
UHS.
Oh, I've got to go. I forgot I had morning detention.
Get
No
on,
one points this out,
UHS.
but she has the ugliest eyes I've ever seen. You know what I mean, John?
I can't.
What?
Oh. Oh.
Oh. Hi.
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 Is this how it's going to be now? Am I officially the third wheel?
No.
We're just finally taking the opportunity to kiss as much as possible.
No, we're not.
You should be.
I mean, you don't have to like watch them the whole time while you're in class.
I mean, as third wheel positioning goes, at least you're not like behind them.
There's a boy in there waiting for you.
Oh, no, it's the other guy,
Is
isn't
it
it?
their secret boyfriend or the straight boy crush?
Uh-oh.
He's on the rugby team. I joined the rugby team.
Of course you did. Don't get any crumbs on the floor or I'll get told off by the cleaners again.
It's so funny.
Oh,
he joined the rugby team. Oh, it is him. I thought it was going to be the other guy.
Nice to you.
I saw you in form like 4 hours ago.
Aw.
You sure your friends don't mind you ditching them to eat lunch with me?
Nah, they can deal with it. Clearly, I need to be here to get tips on how to be good at rugby.
Yes.
Oh, really? So that's what this is actually all about then?
Maybe.
This is tutoring.
Feels nice to be able to ditch my friends for once. All they want to do at lunch is just sit on the field and chuck stuff at people. Mainly Harry. He's an idiot.
Yeah, dude. That guy sucks.
My friends are nothing like you. Are we even allowed in here?
Yeah, I used to come in here a lot last year. Like when the bullying was really bad. Mr. Ajayi was the only teacher who really cared that much.
He's a real one.
Well, he was giving me evils before you got here.
He must have thought you were Ben. I told him about the Ben making me keep us a secret thing.
Giving me evils is a great phrase.
I mean, that's nothing like what we're doing. You're nothing like him. This is completely different.
You are like the opposite of Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're an actual like friendship connection.
Oh, no.
Is he gonna tackle anyone or is he just gonna stand there?
Nah, man, you gotta start tackling him. Let that rage out.
All need to step up for this St. John's match.
Tackle Harry.
Can't even tackle them. Got no chance.
You're on cone collection today, Charlie. You're going to be okay for the match with St. John's next week. I'd keep you on reserve for longer, but Kieran has an apparently unavoidable dentist appointment.
But
About the tackling, you've really got to commit to it, okay? Try not to worry about getting hurt and just throw yourself into it.
Okay.
It's all about confidence.
Well, it's hard to be confident when they all see me as a stereotypical gay boy who can't do sports.
A lot of gay people are good at sports, Charlie.
yeah.
Michael Jordan.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Tom Brady. Oh, time to rise to the occasion. Rise above the stereotypes. Prove yourself to the straights. Tackling, it must be a true art.
Yeah.
Actually, when you think about it, there are 1,200 people at this school, so at least a few of them are going to be lesbians.
Damn. Word travels
Maybe
fast.
you're a lesbian and you have no idea.
It'll die down soon, won't it? I really, really hope so.
Tara, I need to talk to you.
Oh, God.
Hi, Imogen. What's up?
Uh,
1 minute I hear you and Nick Nelson are a thing. The next I hear you're kissing some girl at Harry's party.
Tara literally kisses her girlfriend at a crowded party.
oh.
And people are still asking her if she's dating a guy she kissed once when she was 13.
Oof.
So that girl is her girlfriend?
That girl, I'm right here.
Yeah.
Like, just so you know, me and Nick are basically together, so I just needed to chat.
Oh my
You and
God.
Nick Nelson are together.
I think she was the first thing I assumed.
Yeah. I like that we got to wonder for a minute.
Look, we look cute together.
Oh no, stop, please. This is so embarrassing to watch.
So you and Nick are definitely not.
I'm a lesbian.
Okay.
But you're not though, like.
I'm not like homophobic. I'm an ally.
Ah!
I go up to every black person and say, I supported Black Lives Matter.
I voted for Obama. Me!
Charlie's putting himself in danger just because he has a little unrequited crush.
Oi, catch!
Wow!
Yes?
Can I have the ball back?
Should apologize for them.
What's he gonna do?
No, it's mine now.
Damn.
Tao, you're taking out extra on him right now.
Yeah, you're projecting.
Tao, you're taking out a lot extra on him.
Throw it at Harry at least. Damn. All right.
Not gonna flake out today, are you, Charlie? No. We're counting on you.
Ugh.
I'll be right back.
Right, let's line up, guys. Groups of 3 for the passing exercise. Let's go.
We'll just go do my tackle exercise real quick.
Excuse me, where's our hug? I see you all the time.
Oh, so this is Tara and Darcy.
Wow.
Charlie!
Otherwise known as Darcy.
My guy?
My guy?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm mainly here to get acquainted with the local gays. You and Nick Nelson are looking suspiciously coupley.
Oh my god, please ignore her.
We're friends.
Oh, uh-oh.
He's my friend.
We're friends as in friends or friends as in friends?
Darcy!
Why? Are there rumours or...?
No, nothing but my gay intuition.
Out here we call it gaydar.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a chat with you. Guest score by James Murphy.
Quick question. Why are the other team literal adult men? They're a specialist sports school.
It's a D2 Mighty Ducks Are Back situation.
What we're proud of, yeah, boys?
What the hell? Got a full beard.
Yeah. These high schoolers are fighting men in their 30s right now.
So, does anyone remember the rules of rugby? Because I don't.
No. Google that shit and explain it to me.
Never understood rugby.
Come on, let's go, boys.
And less restrictions on how to get that person.
This feels like a classic rugged guy ball sport.
And less protection.
Just kind of run around and tackle each other and try to get that goal happening. Wow! Jeez, 14 and zip. 14-0. Come on, Charlie. You look like a badass right now.
I know. If I would ever play rugby, it'd be in the rain.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Wait a minute. How many points do you get at a time?
1 point at a time.
35 goals. This is the basketball of being football and soccer. Sorry, football and football. Sorry, football and American football. Charlie. Nosebreaker.
Is it okay if we, like, keep this a secret? Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
I mean, a lot of the thought process is like their own insecurities and the way they're assuming the other person is thinking and feeling too.
Hey. She knows okay.
I don't know.
I think I want to play rugby.
Let me see.
I think now in my 30s, it's time to give it a go with my battle.
You know, just take a recreational, park league. Let's go play with some untrained dudes in the park.
Play with men like 15 years younger than me.
Let's go for it. Yeah, it's like training in the mountains, you know? Oh.
I'm sorry.
Romantic.
I'm really sorry for being all clingy and annoying. I'm making this so awkward. You wanted to give us a secret and I'm messing it up.
Man. Yeah, but he's pulled to you too.
I'm the one who should be saying sorry.
I shouldn't want to secretize you.
Sorry for
No.
interrupting, but Miss Singh told me to give you some antiseptic wipes.
Oh, he knows the truth.
Okay.
Oh, the way he played that whole thing.
I better go.
Okay, Isaac won't say anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Charlie's not going to give up on Nick Nelson, is he?
Highly doubt it.
Nice, inverted match.
Maybe we should just stop getting involved.
I can't believe you just actually suggested that. You, Tao Su, king of getting involved.
Shut up.
Uh-huh.
It was nice meeting your friends, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they seem cool.
They are.
Open your heart up, Tao.
Have they replaced us?
As if anyone could replace your incredibly annoying, loud presence in my life.
How dare you?
Nah.
You waiting for?
I was just waiting to see Nick.
Finally ready to make a move?
Just piss off, Harry.
If you're gonna be a coward about it.
Oh, jeez.
No.
I hate this.
No.
I hate
No,
this.
don't
I
do
hate
it.
This. I hate
Don't
this.
do
I
it.
hate this. I hate this.
Don't do it.
Good.
Ah.
I mean, the match was cancelled and we were losing anyway, but thanks. What's going on?
I
This is like beautiful and bright now.
wanted to ask you if,
Don't do this in front of people.
like, this is really random,
Ah.
but maybe we could, like, go out somewhere.
Ooh.
Like, I guess sort of a date or something.
Oh.
Oh no.
Symmetry. Oh boy. 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 Oh boy.
Yeah. I guess so, sure.
I guess so. Sure. Ugh. You hanging with Ben?
I mean, you should have a private call and let her know.
This is interesting how, like, I do like the way they draw the, like, population, because she was hanging with Ben, and Ben we mostly know through Charlie. Like, it took me a second to clock that the two friends that, oh my God, I'm still learning people's names. The two lesbian friends at the girls' school, like, it took me a second to clock, like, oh, that's them at the party, you know, because, like,
oh, really?
They're showing, yeah, like, I don't know, the way that you meet. I'm used to shows kind of like keeping one set of characters friends over here and a different over here and different over here. So, like, having them kind of circulate around is kind of cool. So then in the background of that scene, I'm like, oh, Ben's over there. He's not involved in this scene at all, but he's, like, in, you know, this girl's social group. And it just, like, makes the world feel bigger and more alive, you know. And it's like, oh, the two girls are here, and they're not with the friends that we know, so, you know.
So you don't know how to pay attention.
I don't know how to pay attention properly.
I get it.
So many sounds and colors. We were at a party. I was overstimulated.
I get it, man.
Parties are, you know, I got to prime myself. I wasn't ready to be at a party.
John, I got to thank some people.
All right, thank them.
Firstly, I want to thank Michael Jordan for being the leading gay
Shaquille O'Neal, gay icon, Tiger Woods.
I want to thank Prepper for reading down these highlights. That's what they do. They're editors.
Woo!
If you need an editor, you guys should hire Prepper.
Get him.
And then if they do a bad job, don't come barking my way. Secondly,
but if they do a good job,
we get
commission
all
for
the
us.
credit, 10% cut of your video. And secondly, Patreon.
Oh,
that's a great website. You know why? Because there you can support the channel by pledging, becoming a Royal Reject, get the full reaction watch along where you sync up with your own copy, help offset daily copyright claims. Sometimes, you know, I think YouTube tends to go, hey, this video's not doing too well. You can keep the video monetized. Hey, this video's doing well. We're going to demonetize it.
We'll be taking that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's demonetized for you.
Thank you so much.
Not for us.
Also, and another great way you can support the Chanel, get yourself some RR apparel. Reject. You know what we should do? We should do the word reject, but with the pride colors.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then on the back it'll say pandering.
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent.
That was a secret. They won't know that till they get their shirt.
Hashtag pandering. Hashtag culture war.
Hashtag ally.
Hashtag I'm an ally. Oh my God, that moment.
All right, John, why are you so into Tara?
You know, because we kissed once when we were 13.
Tara Erickson.
Yeah, we kissed once when we were 13. That's right.
So you were 13. She must have been 37.
Yes, it was daddy's, that's my boy situation.
Nice. It's hot.
Yeah, my improv teacher, Tara.
We should support those
we do. We do. As long as it's a younger man and an older woman.
Yeah, that's good.
Then it's
reversed.
good.
Creep.
Then it's creepy.
But then, you know, if you're an older adult and a younger woman, that's hot.
Yes, that's acceptable within
At a certain point, it becomes
limitation.
like, you know, from you're a boy to a woman. It's younger, it's illegal and creepy, but every guy's like, hot. It's fucking odd as hell, right? It's not right. It's not right. And then when you're older, it's like older man, younger woman, totally cool. But when it's like an older woman, younger man, like, wow, what a horrible woman you are.
Weird. Yeah, I don't know.
And that's not even illegal. What is that? What is that strange?
No, yeah, as long as everyone's of age and consenting.
Yeah.
You know, there are lots of conversations to have. But hey, some people like to date older people, and that's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
It's weird because there's a two-way conversation that happens because on the one hand it's like you can't date too young because that's creepy.
Yeah.
But you should be able to date older because that's cool. So like, where's the happy? You gotta like do the happy like age range gradient of like, okay,
I don't know.
Can't be too. I don't know.
I had a conversation about that very recent on Olivia's podcast because the book that we were reading, there's characters like that, and it brought up a genuine, like all jokes aside, it brought up like a genuine conversation about that, of asking the real question of like, what are your thoughts on asking me this of when it is like a younger person who's like a teenager and they're fooling around with someone who's like an adult woman or something like that.
What are we talking like? A teenager or like a 15, 16-ager?
I would say like 14 to 16,
because like I'm not about it.
Yeah, I guess like a 14 to 16-year-old with older.
Underage person plus adult equals no.
And then it depends on like the adult. The adult's like 19, 20 or something like that, woman. And it was one of those things where I was saying like, yeah, you know, like logically every part of me sees why that is really bad. You know, the trauma that could actually result from it, the output, the perspective, like you put legality out of the way. It is illegal. You even remove legality out of the way. It's like it's psychologically disruptive.
Emotionally, yeah.
But then when you're a guy, however, a lot of guys, and even as like a guy, you know, like at that age, I wouldn't have like a problem with it. You know, I wouldn't view it as like weird when I was a guy. I'd be like, every guy I know would be like, good for you, cool, hot. You know, that strange? Like I don't know if that's changed with the youth, but that's why That's My Boy. That comedy was so funny because it was making fun of that thought process that a lot of guys actually have of like hooking up with older women. Like it was so absurd, that movie. If you guys haven't seen it, it's about
it's
like the plot of the guy is a kid who like hooks up with his teacher and ends up like pregnant. It's like that's horrible. It's a funny movie, but it's making fun of that
edgy,
thought.
But it's basically taking it at the face value of every high school boy's fantasy, which is a thing. Which I mean, because when you're coming of age and you're going through puberty, and I don't know. I mean, like I guess by the natural order of things, the array of things you have to find attractive are going to be for the most part people older than you. So like it's natural to like I don't know experience those attractions.
Yeah,
but you're also on the bad side of a line.
Oh yeah, no. I remember even being like it's weird to have that thought with friends, but then when I would see like a news report of like a female teacher. And it's still like that's when I'm like, ooh, teacher. But even when you're younger, but then the power dynamics, the age stuff, that is like the psychological abuse where you make the child. There's a whole like bag of worms here that is like an hour-long conversation.
It's a weird cultural because it's like and
I'm
like,
saying that when I was a boy, I registered like when it was on the news, like, oh, this is really ugly and not good. Even if I was
see
like
the stark
young,
part of it.
crushing on my teacher as in like a 7th grader or something like that. When I was 7th grade, crushing on a teacher. Being like, it's a good thing my teacher was never into me, you know?
Yeah, well, you know, because it's through the scope of like your young person emotional spectrum. Whereas like you see it on the news and you're like, oh, this is like the show where all the bad stuff happens, and they're talking about this in the most like clinical terms possible. This doesn't seem cool.
Yeah. Anyway, this show has nothing to do with any of what we talked about. It's all started from John making a joke, and now we have sprungboard into a whole new conversation of thought. Yeah. What are you feeling? How are you liking Nick and Charlie?
I'm loving Nick and Charlie. This has been really, really enjoyable so far. It's interesting because Nick and Charlie are so naturalistic in their portrayals. Let's get a list of character names up. I want to work on this.
It's Tao.
I know.
Nick,
I know Tao now.
Charlie.
Tao, Nick, Charlie.
Tara.
Tara is the one who is not crushing on Nick because she's dating the girl who I also don't know the name of.
Then there's Blue Eyes chick. There's Tara's girlfriend, and then there's the girl who we think is from Doctor Who.
Yes. That's the thing about Slice of Life is I love Slice of Life, but it is like a different can of worms when it comes to like committing all the names to memory because everyone just has like normal people names.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's interesting as of these couple episodes because I'm still really enjoying the story. I'm still really enjoying the storytelling. The the characterizations are interesting to me because like Nick and Charlie are so naturalistic and so sweet and earnest, and obviously they're like our two mainest protagonists, so you get the deepest sort of dimension with them. These two episodes had a bit more of a contrast of like, oh, certain characters feel more like they're out of a comic or something like that, and then other characters feel more natural. But even within that, I like all the different flavors so far, and I liked how direct you said, during the reaction, you were kind of surprised we got to this point with Nick and Charlie at this, stage of the show, and I am too. But at the same time, I always find it striking. Yes, she is Rose Noble. Yeah, I always find it striking when these kinds of developments do get addressed, expediently. It's not always, but sometimes, I feel like that's a mark of storytelling that is like apt to, challenge itself and keep moving. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. It's very touching. A lot of emotional moments here. How are you feeling?
I'm quiet. I like the first two episodes quite a bit. I love this one. I love the episode 3 a lot. I actually like them both as a pair. And yeah, Joe Locke is such a captivating performer. He's one of those guys that when I see photos, he looks like a young child actor model.
Yes.
Yeah. And then when I see him on screen, he seems like the most endearing, sincere. There's a strange like star presence yet authenticity about how he engages with his performers. Like when he smiles, like he looks genuinely touched, nothing about it seems like performative in the way he's doing it. He makes it look he's truly effortless and feels like a real like guy you're just watching, and I really enjoy everything he does. Like he's an amazing leading character, but I do like the simplicity of its storytelling, and it's fascinating to go back because it causes my mind to go into what it was like, again, to be a teenager. Now, I never really had like the high school life, and I was, I was like, I used getting into child acting to get out of high school. I really just didn't want to be in high school. I was one of those guys. Didn't really do anything with that. Like literally almost didn't know anything. And yeah, and I was just trying to get away from home a lot. I didn't really have the greatest home life. So I was trying to get away from home. But I still understand like the emotions that come with this. And there's this book series that I'm reading has been about high schoolers in Ireland. And unpacking that, and again, that puts you, and that's in first person point of view, so that gets me into that mindset again of feeling these emotions, and oftentimes I'm having like childhood stuff and trauma of like uplifting. So this is like the more lighthearted side of it. However, the social uncomfortabilities, how these things feel so life or death informative for how you will go into adulthood. But even the transition of someone like Tao, who I can see being a challenging character for people, because at times he irritates me, but I'm on the quest to understand him because there's something about him that I see myself in, and I project some of my own hatred onto that, of knowing what it's like to be that guy who is possessive. Like I was just saying, I wanted to get away. I don't know what his family life is like, but I know what it's like to want to get away from home. And so you put all this stock and weight into friendship to make that family, and you become like possessive, and in a way that is rigid and a kind of unclear to others around you of why you meddle in and try to become the solver, because there's also a sense of control. So, like everyone here is laced in a way that I do find understandable, even right down to Imogen. I know what it's like to know women like that when I was younger, and to also be, I don't know if I was ever quite like a guy like that. I feel like there's a couple of instances when I was like much younger where I put myself out there in a really forward way without picking up on very obvious clues like the other person wasn't really into me, So yeah, I think it's a very, very relatable experience, and it's like cool again to see a character like Charlie who has a very specific type of struggle, but because the struggle is so specific, it makes it relatable. Like out of anyone here, he's easily the one that I connect with the most, that I relate with the most. All the uncomfortabilities and wishfulness of good-heartedness as well. You know, I'm less like a Nick than anyone else here, so I really enjoyed it. I'm not even really sure what I just said now, John. I haven't slept in days, and I've been hyper stressed about a lot of things, so I was just trying to find my words and see what I was feeling as I was talking.
You were just talking about how much you loved Harry as a character, and you related to him, and that you hope that we get a Harry deep dive.
We should
next
get a
episode.
Harry spinoff.
Yeah,
yeah, it was good.
No, and I mean to jump on that for a sec there, like that was a good moment, and I wasn't expecting so early on to confront that in this environment, given where Nick is at in his journey.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily a moment where he comes out or anything like that, but for him to stand up and to basically say in super plain terms, that's homophobic, that sucks, I don't like you, like is just kind of neat to see, because, you know, people struggle to do that in real life. And it's nice to see an example of it happening here. And, you know, in an episode where you have somebody coming up and being like, I'm an ally.
Yeah.
Are you not dating this guy? you know, then you see like a true display of allyship in what Nick does, you know. And, you know.
Yeah, true. Well, we got some questions from our Royals. I say we read them. John, do you want to read the first one?
I would love to. Thank you, Gregory. Tara from the show. No. Hi, John and Greg. Hey, Greg and John. Hi to you, Tara. Thanks for chiming in. Thank you for reacting to this show. What are your thoughts on the scene at the birthday party when Nick saw Tara and her girlfriend Darcy dancing and kissing? I mean, that's such a lovely moment, especially the way they captured that, because they have this, like, you know, ethereal, euphoric rainbow light and these like subtle pastel motion lines and shit, and it's like beautiful, and the crowd is parting like the Red Sea, and you know, Nick is just looking on, and yeah, he's seeing two people, you know, living free for a moment there, and it sucks that later in the episode, or later in this batch, there's, you know, a rumor spreading and people in the, you know, greater populace of the high school bubble are learning about this and dealing with it. But yeah, in that moment, it's just him seeing the possibilities to me. What did you think?
Yeah, it's interesting, like that. It's funny because like Stranger Things, which came way later, borrowed a similar thing where our main character Will saw lesbians hooking up, and he was like, "You mean it's possible?" And it's different, like on the real as a hetero, it's pretty apparent in society that while lesbians obviously have dealt with a lot of homophobia struggles as well, societally speaking, it seems even the men who hate gays tend to get a little bit more on board quicker with lesbians, because there's a sexual novelty that tends to happen. Yes, exactly. And desires, and maybe, you know, I can get involved in there somewhere, or some bullshit.
Hate
you
the
know?
gays unless it plays to my gays.
Exactly. So naturally, it seems like there's and I think that's a part of why it feels like it could be more normal and a little bit more accepting, and girls or women, like generality speaking, are more expressive, you know. Hell, I even see it lately in some of the comments we get about when people have seen John and I, of like, we need more straight men to express themselves this way. And I never really look at ourselves in that lens. So it's like interesting when I see that, because
that's the privilege.
Maybe because of like how we are, we don't attract people that they're talking about into our lives. I don't like have straight friends who are like fucking macho men, you know? And so I don't know what... of course, I've encountered that, but I don't like hang out with guys like that. You know?
Yeah, it's a combination of not being around like a whole bunch of like aggressively masculine people all the time, and it's I guess it's the society straight privilege of like not really having to think about it as like a key part of your identity struggle, you know?
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I completely get it when I'm seeing those messages, and I completely understand where it's coming from. I'm not like, where is this thought process coming from? Of course I understand. Like, I'm at the end of the day, I'm a guy who grew up in fucking America. Like, I get it, and I've of course been around it, undoubtedly. Like, in my younger years when I was a teenager, I was surrounded. That's when I had my masculine friends, my friends who looked did not feel comfortable with gay people.
High school
didn't
is
like
the
gay
time
people.
that happens.
Yeah, elementary, high school, junior, all the
every joke is a gay joke.
Yeah, like not liking gays is a very like the norm. So like when you we're more commonly when I watch a show about being gay in high school, that speaks way more volumes, and on my mind and heart understand that way more than even adulthood. Like in adulthood, I'm like, you're adults, you know.
We should be on the. But
like,
well,
it'd be. You can find places where you could navigate your life too, where it might be easier to be accepted. You just might have a hard time with your family if they're not accepting. You know, maybe you might have some friends who are dicks, but you can get new friends.
Well, yeah, it's that interesting thing of like there are elements of a high school experience that carry over into your adult life, but there is the feeling watching this even where you're sitting there, at least for me, going, okay, yeah, this is very intense, and of course, like the anxieties about these people you're going to be with for the next 4 years or whatever, or 3 years. But, you know, once you get to college, you can rebrand. Or once you're done with high school, you can kind of you get a new opportunity to kind of rework how you present yourself to life.
But when you're young and all this shit's being instilled in you, like it's hard to break free from that. By the time you reach college, and then you got someone like me with like placing logical thought process, like get new friends, you know, get a new life,
just buy some new friends.
It's really hard to break free from that because of, like, I'm in my 30s and I have shit that I'm like, oh man, I still think this way about me and other things in life that I got from like being in childhood. And it's not dealing with like homosexuality. So I can only imagine when you have such a society label on it, where like people literally get their asses beat. Like, I don't mean that in a pun way. People who get like fucking like beat up, you know, bullied like crazy. And I'm sure I think people have been killed just for, you know, being gay. So yeah, this is that. I forgot how this question sprung into this. We should move on. I am not thinking like completely on track.
The spectrum of intensity, but yeah,
we just keep opening up new doors.
There's a lot. No, it's good. It's a mark of a rich thing that there's a lot of conversation, a lot of different ways you can take that conversation.
I got this one, John. Don't you worry.
Please take it away.
Tori Jerry, comic book character. This show is based off a graphic novel series and has a lot of the physical shots and editing choices are directly ripped out of the books, such as the leaves. Did they spell leaves right? Mm-hmm. That's how you'd spell leaves plural?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Not leaves.
I'm an aspiring writer. Regular shots and split screen shots. What do you think about the directing, animation, and editing choices they've been using throughout the show? John, I know you were holding back. You were like, oh,
I don't ever talk about this.
I need to get in there. Go on, John.
I love that stuff. I went to school for that stuff. No, I love the way they shoot this. It definitely feels like it's inspired by a graphic novel. It's so composed, even in moments that don't feel like they beg some kind of spotlight. And like you were pointing out, they're really good at using the stuff in front. Like it's so well art directed, and everything has so much personality that they have like this kind of wealth of options in terms of how to frame things expressively and how to do cool lighting and stuff that, you know, really pulls you into a moment, the way they play with focus and negative space and blah blah. And yeah, I mean, like it does have this kind of pop to it that feels, yeah, it's like, you know, movies and shows are often storyboarded, but this definitely has that just ness, that quality where you're like, I can imagine the comic book panels as I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
You know, even in, again, tender, sweet, intimate, you know, moments that you wouldn't necessarily think of.
Yeah. They use a lot of color psychology. Like it's been a while since I've seen a show that used the color pink a lot. And the pink, you know, I can imagine, I've never actually looked it up, I normally think of pink, something romantic, a little bit more feminine. And I like, what does pink color mean? Pink color symbolism.
All right. Love, compassion,
There you
nurturing,
go.
and
There you go.
innocence.
Yep.
Femininity, phenomenon.
Hey, I was pretty close.
Hope and
I
health,
said a couple of
calmness
those
and
words.
comfort. Yeah.
I also did say it's meaning
safe.
shifts from soft pastels, calming in general. You heard me say that during the reaction.
That's right. That's right.
And hot pink, I said, was energetic and rebellious. So
health and joy.
I do love the way it's shot, and they're really choice on like the subtle things I tend to notice now are the choices in the same scene when they choose to go wide shot to when we do an extreme close up, and when they decide to do like I forget the framing shot, but it's like more of a middle shot. Everything is very specific. Like I love the scene when they're about like, do you want to kiss? Is this person you're into? Are they not a girl? Every time there wasn't like any zoom in shots. Yet, whenever they would cut back between them, the shots kept getting closer and closer, symbolizing their more intimacy to the time before they actually ended up kissing, when we keep a locked onto shot of them just actually going at it. So I love the way it's captured, and yeah, it does have a lushness to it that doesn't feel overpowering. Not like, look at me. It's very in world with how they do it. There's a lot of emphasis on different shades of the color blue, I think, primarily. You know, I think for some reason I think of this show, I think pink. Yet when I watch it, I feel like I'm actually looking at the color blue a lot.
Yeah,
which I think is probably the saturation tone of many an emotion when you're in high school. You know,
pink and blue, baby.
Some bullshit film plot, blah blah blah.
Phoenix. Thanks for chiming in. Hey, guys, what are your thoughts so far about Nick taking on this secret relationship with Charlie so soon after questioning his sexuality? Do you think he should have waited a bit to figure himself out more, or was this a good time to explore his feelings for Charlie? Well, I mean, it feels very lifey. Like, ultimate logic hat on. I guess you would probably want to get some security in your situation before engaging in a fully committed relationship of some kind. But at the same time, this seems like a walk of life that it might be beneficial to have someone who's got a little more experience with you to kind of help you through that. Like, if they're willing to, it's not anyone else's responsibility, but I could see how a lot of people discovering themselves might want some kind of trusted partner somewhere in the middle, figure to do that with. I could imagine it being healthy. I don't know. They're young and yeah, he's discovering two sets of things kind of intertwined, but that are two different things. So like, it feels appropriately like life's mess in a nice kind of endearing way, but also, it's how do you feel with it?
I'm more fascinated by the question, because this kind of question I feel like used to not really come up in life when it came to media, because now I feel like with media there's this sort of projection that happens on characters. I'm not saying you're doing it. This is what your question made me think. Or maybe you are, and I don't know, is that when we watch characters do something and we're like, why is he doing that? I wouldn't do that. That's a lot of what people are actually coming down and saying. Like, that's not the logical choice. That's not ideal. That's not what I would do. And it's like, well, it's not about what you would do, what you would do in this like thinking out of the box perspective. It's about what this person's doing at this point in stage in their life and their emotional response to things, their emotional reaction to things. Like, what kind of drama would you want to watch? Someone's like, we need to logically assess this situation, and maybe I don't want to like actually hook up with this guy right now. I need to figure out my gayness first.
Well, and your logic is the second draft of someone else's first draft experience.
Yeah, so I feel like when we watch like good TV and shows, it's people making emotional decisions. And at the end of the day, in life, believe it or not, as logical as we are, we're actually making most of our decisions based on the way we emotionally feel, even if that emotion feels purely logical. Most of the time, it's not. So I like what he did here because I like something that subverts the plot, because I thought we were watching a thing that's going to be stretched out where they finally kiss at the end of the season. Yeah. So it takes in a very different direction that's going to be about an exploration and unpacking while you're in the middle of getting your feet wet, getting the experiment going, That's just through time. Matthew McConaughey.
I was going to say, dude, get a 90s version of Heartstopper with Matthew McConaughey and Mark Wahlberg.
Time to Kill.
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie.
It always sounds like a James Bond movie to me.
It's
Sounds like View to a Kill.
I think it's like a really hard-hitting, sad legal drama about race in the South. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Yeah, it's a John Grisham.
All right. Oh my God, this is some heavy shit.
Oh, shit. That is a plot. Joel Schumacher. Oh my God.
Oh man,
2.5 hours.
That might be a good movie.
That sounds like an intense film, dude.
Or it might have a 66 on Rotten Tomatoes. We'll have to decide for ourselves.
I don't know. That sounds like way wicked, ugly, and intense.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, yeah, I like I appreciate the choice that he decided to do there, because now we can do like exploration. A lot of times people like to in life overthink something before they do something. Now I put thought into something I do, but there reaches a point where you just have to go, well, you gotta just start doing it and then figure it out as you're going.
Yeah, you can only think so much ahead of time.
And maybe you don't do that with people's feelings and emotions and relationships. That's like not wise to do. Sometimes, though, you get that pull. And that's why I think it makes for interesting conflict with the push and pull. Like he throws himself out there and goes, I want to kiss you. I kiss you. Oh, no, what have I done? I'm sorry. Like they're both like apologizing and assuming they did the wrong thing and that the other person feels pressured. And so they keep having these assumptions that are stemming from their own insecurities about how the other person feels about them. So that just feels way more real and high school-y.
Well, even Charlie just seeing him across the way talking to Tara and not having any of that context, but he's still like, I just got to leave the room. I don't feel, and he seems like he feels a type of way about it. He seems like he's feeling some kind of dejection, rejection. He's jumping to conclusions and spiraling, and like that's super net. Like I have experienced that for many situations.
Oh yeah, man.
And like stuff like that is like, yeah, the mess is the beautiful part. Is the beautiful part of the drama, because then the characters hopefully learn from that and grow from that.
Hey man, this movie's got an 85% audience score.
Dude,
time to kill.
It's time. Let's watch it right now. Let's triple feature.
Yeah, this sounds like a movie that I don't want to watch.
This sounds like a situation I don't want to put myself
sounds like
through.
I'm really going to put myself in a mindset I don't want to be in, but people really like it.
Well, I guess if it's good. That's the trouble with illegal drama.
What?
Like, you got to be great. Otherwise, what else is there?
True.
Like,
True.
A dark and okay legal drama? I don't know.
I don't know. Hey, guys,
it's
listen.
Make you feel real bad.
Well, oh God, this is...
Oh, no.
This is tough stuff. Well, guys, what did you think about this? Leave your thoughts down below. Really appreciate y'all being here. We will see you for the next one. Peace.